Are you serious, folks? Are you serious? Something biblical is going on with the signs of the second coming of Jesus Christ. There's no doubt about that. As we've just had a major earthquake has just hit off the coast of Cuba, and it rocked Cuba, but it actually shook the Florida Keys worse. The Florida Keys literally were shaking and trembling all along the Keys, from Key West all the way up past Marathon. And I'll tell you more about that in just a second. Let me, first of all, let's tell everybody, disclaimer, some of the content and information of this video is for entertainment only, like the shaking and quaking and the devil's back is breaking and my mind is aching. We're not faking. And I don't know what kind of medication you all are taking, but it's insane that we got earthquakes in Florida, but it's actually off the coast of Cuba. And guys, we have to start thinking about that Shelter Me Lord song, remember? But first, let's do this. At Noble Gold, www.pastorpaulgold.com. That's www.pastorpaulgold.com. If you go back in time and buy oil before the world relied on it, would you have done it? Of course you would. Anyone would. So why aren't you buying silver right now? The people who reorganized oil early didn't just make money. They got ahead of one of the biggest economic shifts in the world history. And today, a similar opportunity is unfolding with silver. Silver is more than a precious metal. It's a critical resource used in solar panels, electric vehicles, defense systems, AI infrastructure, and the massive data centers powered our digital world. And while demand keeps growing and it's affordable enough that the average American could start buying it right now. That's why investors are turning to silver to protect against inflation and own one of the world's most important strategic resources. Don't be that person who looks back in 10 years and says, I saw it coming. I did, but I didn't act. Find out more. Click on the link below. Go to www.pastorpaulgold.com. That's www.pastorpaulgold.com. And if you qualify, and you probably do, they'll send you this 1/10 of an ounce gold coin, American Eagle. They'll give it to you for free. It's worth $500. Are you serious? Find out how at www.pastorpaulgold.com. And our webinar is just a few days away now on June 19th, the webinar of the century, maybe the alien disclosure revelation. Okay. It's so important that you understand that the beast, the biblical beast of the Bible, is ascending while the alien disclosure is descending. It's weird. It's a spirit of deception. And we're bringing in some of the best guests ever to discuss this rise of this Antichrist spirit. We got Joseph, literally, we have Joseph Z. We have Bishop Alan Didio, Bishop Larry Ragland, Tony Merkel, Mike from around the world, Josh Peck, maybe one of the smartest men I've ever met, myself, BC Begley, and at least two more guests that we haven't locked down. But man, I'm like, somebody get these guys locked down. And so we're going to tell you more about that as soon as we do. Get your tickets now. Just go to my website. Go to paulbegleyprophecy.com. Go to www.paulbegleyprophecy.com or pick up the phone and call right now. Heidi's waiting. 765-414-2230. That's 765-414-2230. Get your tickets. Don't miss it. It is going to be, I already know how mind-blowing this one's going to be, but don't you want to know what they don't want to tell us? Yes. All right. Well, and the Bible also will help us understand, but it ain't good. It's just not good when you're talking about the beast and the 666 and the aliens all in one package. Now, let's talk about this earthquake. Unbelievable earthquake hits near Cuba. It was felt across Florida, not just the Keys. In Southwest Florida, I mean, it rocked, it shook, it caused an absolute. People are stunned. Here in Florida, we talk about hurricanes. We don't talk about earthquakes. I mean, see how things are starting to get out of whack. You know, you don't know where you're at half the time. And here's what's going on: an earthquake hits Cuba. Hits right near Cuba. It was felt all the way across Florida. It was a 6.1, but it was extremely shallow. The buoys are going crazy. It happened at Manitoba, Cuba. Dozens of people across central Florida reported being shaken, things falling off shelves this afternoon. It happened exactly 2 p.m. Eastern. It's right now 2:57, so just less than an hour ago. Good news, no tsunami warning, but I can tell you, they were scared to death down in the Florida Keys and all of the Keys, all the way up from Key West to about Marathon, and then even up into southern Florida, southwest Florida. They felt it in Miami. They felt it all across Florida and the southern part of Florida. Just unbelievable what's going on here. We've received multiple reports in the Florida Keys. The ground was shaking, and people thought it was the apocalypse. And the United States Geological Survey said at first it was a 6.4 magnitude earthquake. Since then, the U.S. Geological Survey has downsized it, as they always do, this time to 6.1. Now, there's been another aftershock in the Philippines. Guys, let's go to the Philippines because we covered it last night. I was on the air live when this mega-quake 7.8, some said it was 8.2, happened in the Philippines. Finally, the U.S. Geological Survey settled on 7.8, followed by later, about 2 hours later, a 6.5. Matter of fact, this is what happened. 7.8, 6.0, 6.0, 4.8, 4.9, 5.0, and then boom, another 6.5, followed by a 5.8, 5.1, 4.6, 4.8, 4.6, 4.7, 4.9, followed by a 5.0, 5.3, 5.7, 5.5, 4.6, 4.7, 4.9, 4.7, followed by a 5.3, 4.5, followed by a 5.0, and then a 4.6, followed by a 5.3, 4.6, 5.6, then a 5.1, 4.6, 5.5, followed by a 5.2, and then a 5.5, a 4.9, a 5.3, a 4.6, and we just had a 5.1. Those are all earthquakes in the Philippines after a mega 7.8 and a powerful 6.5. Now we've had a 6.1 just rocked Cuba and the Florida Keys. Southwest Florida felt it it jolted. It was a 6.1, but guys, it was only 26 kilometers deep, very shallow, and very powerful. Meanwhile, let's talk about what happened at the Philippines, because, guys, this is not a good thing at all. It really isn't. It's not a good thing. The death toll has begun to rise. 32 are dead, and 100 are injured, and the death toll is expected to rise. The magnitude 7.8 earthquake that hit the Philippines last night while we were on the air live doing Sunday Night Live. So we stayed on an extra hour. I knew it was a problem. I knew, and we just prayed and prayed and prayed for the people of the Philippines. The good news is the pastor that we work with down there and have helped was fine. He was not in that area, so he was okay. But now this triggered a tsunami. The U.S. Geological Survey reported that the earthquake struck off the island of Mindanao of the Philippines, okay? And then also, don't forget, there was a 3.8 earthquake yesterday just outside of Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay, now here's one of the pictures coming from the Philippines. As you can see, this building was knocked off its foundation. 35 buildings were completely collapsed and destroyed. 32 people are dead, and 100 are injured in the aftermath here of this. And it's not over because, as you just heard me read, how many powerful earthquake and aftershocks are taking place right now there in the Philippines. Okay, in the Philippines. And wow. And then, of course, you're dealing with, this is the kind of damage that took place there in the Philippines. But also, when they talk about a tsunami, The tsunami did hit several areas, including Japan. A 10-foot tsunami was bouncing off several of the coasts of the Philippines. A 3-foot tsunami bounced off the coast of Indonesia and Malaysia. Also, Taiwan received about a 2-foot wave. So did Japan, Guam, Papua New Guinea, all of them receiving about a 2-foot wave that smashed against some of their coastal areas. So, of course, this is all in the Ring of Fire. Let's go down to this burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames were getting higher, and I'll burn, burn, burn. Yeah, that ring of fire, that ring of fire. Yeah, Johnny Cash. Oh, Lord. But wait a minute. That earthquake, though, was very powerful. It just hit in Cuba. We're keeping our eyes on that. That's for sure. And we're keeping our eyes on the Philippines. And we're watching because I told you that solar flare back on Saturday when I did the video and said, I'm concerned because it was 3 powerful X flares and the last one was coming faster than the first 2. And it did what the scientists feared, that it would gobble up the first 2. And then when it hit the earth, boom, you get a triple bump. This very strong. And then what happens? You start having earthquakes, powerful earthquakes, 7.8 and 6.5 in the Philippines and 6.1 now in Cuba. The earthquake in Cuba just hit 1 hour ago. We do not know if there's any damage in Cuba yet. It's too early, but I would almost say there probably is. They don't say there's going to be a tsunami, so we thank God. But I tell you, they felt it strong in Key West and all the different keys, all the way up to Marathon. If you've ever been through there, the keys are just one after another. And they felt it all the way up in Miami. They felt it in Southwest Florida, which is extremely rare. Very, very rare. So we're keeping an eye on all this going on, guys. And oh, by the way, I've been to Key West where I actually went to Ernest Hemingway's house. And I also went to Harry Truman's house there that they called, the Southern White House down there in the Key West. But I also went to Ernest Hemingway's home and where he's got 54 cats, and they all got 6 toes on every paw. And so it's, to me, it's getting crazier by the minute. I'll be right back after this. It's getting crazy out there. Stay alert. Mike's been talking about this. Oh boy. The sun is causing it. Could it be Planet X? We got to revisit Planet X because something's coming. Something's shaking things up. Flying high above the water. Child fishing with his father in the rain. I can smell blackberry brandy and chocolate-covered candy. I see a soldier crying on a train, falling asleep, reading Hemingway. And the light under the Tiffany lamp glows all night long as I dream with weary wonder. You felt it in Orlando? Leaving Earth before the dawn. What? I walked the lonely streets of Paris. I was lost and so afraid, falling asleep, reading Hemingway. Feel the deepness of his weakness. I can taste the brandy sweetness at a roadside Idaho cafe. I can hear old Teddy laughing, Fitzgerald's toes a-tapping to the roaring sounds of yesterday. Falling asleep, reading Hemingway. And the light under the Tiffany lamp glows all night long, as I dream with weary wonder, leaving Earth before the dawn. I walk the lonely streets of Paris. I was lost and so afraid, falling asleep, reading Hemingway. Oh man, have you ever fallen asleep reading Ernest Hemingway, The Old Man and the Sea? Yeah. And the light under the Tiffany lamp glows all night long, as I dream with weary wonder, leaving Earth for the dawn. I walk the lonely streets of Paris. I was lost and so afraid, falling asleep, reading Hemingway. And a shotgun blast echoed across the page, falling asleep, reading Hemingway. Everybody stay alert. 6.1 earthquake off the coast of Cuba. We're still waiting on reports out of Cuba on what the potential damage is there. I can tell you that the earthquake was jolted the Florida Keys, Key West, all the way up the Florida Keys into southwest Florida. They felt it. Calls were coming everywhere. We got one lady here in the chat room said she felt it in Orlando. This is incredible. While that's going on, don't forget, last night we were live on the air. It was Sunday Night Live when a mega-quake 7.8. It was reported at 8.2. Some parts of the world still says it was 8.2, but the U.S. Geological Survey said 7.8. Now we have pictures that have come in. I knew there would be damage. We had tsunamis that hit, especially a 10-foot tsunami smashed against some of the coastal areas of the Philippines and Indonesia. 32 people are dead, 100 people are injured, and the death toll is expected to rise. This was a powerful earthquake, and the Philippines and the surrounding area there need our prayers. Also, there was a 3-foot tsunamis that also hit. They hit Taiwan. They hit Japan. I'm trying to find my. Oh yeah, a 3-foot tsunami waves hit Taiwan, Japan, Guam, Papua New Guinea, numerous nearby islands all along the way, and also the Northern Mariana Islands. So there was a lot going on here. Here's some of the damage that was experienced there in the Philippines. Like we said, 32 people are dead, 100 are injured. Not a good thing at all. And so we're in prayer for everybody down there, and we're also in prayer for everybody in Cuba, because we're not sure what the damage was there with this 6.1. The good news is no tsunami from the Cuba earthquake, but definitely the shaking was felt in Florida from this quake. So we're going to keep an eye on it, keep you up to speed on what's going on, as we're certainly living in the days that the Bible said would come. And those 3X flares, I was very concerned. You guys know I was worried about Cascadia subduction zone, be quite honest. But you never know what earthquake, you don't know which fault line or which tectonic plate is ready to go. You also don't know, as the earth is spinning, you don't know when and where that CME pressure hits. You just don't know till the results start to develop. And the ones that are very close, you worry about every time. And Cascadia subduction zone is got to be one of those. Did I feel the quake? No, I did not. But of course, I was at 2:00. I was home. I had just got back, and I was home. But I didn't feel it here in the villages. That doesn't mean it didn't shake here, okay? It's just I'm a little off balance anyway, from the stroke I had back in 2019. I'm a little shaky anyway. So I don't know if it's an earthquake or what it is. It might straighten me out. Who knows? What? Guys, give your life to Jesus Christ. I'll be back because there's more going on. I had other stuff I was going to cover, so I'll be back with that in a little bit, okay? So hang around right here on this YouTube channel and get a cup of coffee before it's too late. What? Are you saved?